Hello, welcome to Jeff Goodwin Art. This is the watercolour, just a rural scene again. A couple of farm sheds, one could be a house perhaps. And you can see a mountain in the background there, some birds in the sky. And yeah, it's very simple. So there's the drawing. As you can see, the sky, that's the houses and the fence and all that in the foreground. So we're going to wet the paper with just clean water. I'm just leaving a few little gaps there. And then I'm going to get a lovely blue called Tasman Blue. Tasman Blue, if you want to get that exact colour, it's by Art Spectrum. Tasman Blue. It's a really lovely blue for a sky. And I'll put some yellow ochre down the bottom as well, near the mountain, near the top of the mountain. And I'll just let that sort of wash in, diffuse together there a bit. You see the paint's just a bit heavy there in a couple of spots, that yellow ochre, so I've just sort of moved it out a bit. Just using paper toweling there. So there it is, the sky is dry now, putting in the mountain range, and this is just some wash that is in the bottom of my paint tray really. Just some various colours there, and I've put in a little bit, there's a little bit of ultramarine blue, there's some dark leaf green in there, and a little bit of the violet. Washed right out, of course, to make that mountain in the background. Just dab back if it's a bit heavy in some spots, just get a bit of paper toweling and dab it back. Now I'm just going to put some trees here in the background, sort of coming off from the side of the farmhouse and I don't know, going down a slope. Putting in a little bit of burnt umber in those trees as well. And I'm just moving some of that olive green over through into the foreground there, as you can see, and going up the slope. A couple of little bits of vegetation near the houses or the sheds. Just darken up some of these little trees here with some dark leaf green. Just some grasses in the foreground. You don't have to put grass in the foreground, but you can if you want to. I actually got a couple of splotches onto the sky when I was doing the grasses, but if you're quick enough, you just get a dry piece of paper towel and just dab it, and it should come right off, which mine did. Right at the end, I want to put some burnt sienna. Burnt sienna is almost like a red in a way. It's a very, very hot looking brown. Putting some trees around these houses or sheds. Just you know, just some background trees behind there. And I'll be going over that again with some darker green a little bit later. You can see some burnt umber going in there as well. So olive greens, a little bit of burnt umber in there. I'll probably, as I said, I'll go over all of that with some darker green in a little while because that'll just fade right back anyway. Just doing the trees. A couple of big trees coming out from behind there. Putting those fence posts there. And that's using Payne's grey and a little bit of green, believe it or not. Just those little fence posts going up there. As you can see. Working on those grasses at the front there. So I'm using a lot of water on there, and then I'm putting colour on again because I want it diffusing as much as I can into the paper and mixing it with other colours. And I will be putting some burnt sienna in with those grasses right at the end. Putting in the little joiners for the fences. So that's sort of like a some violet in there mixed in with some burnt umber. Now I'm putting in a little bit of ultramarine blue. Just bring down some of the foreground there. Just trail it down the hill. That's just a little bit of raw sienna going on the roof, but I think it needs to be darker again because the wall of that house is dark, so that roof, red part on that roof should be a bit darker, which I've just done. endeavouring to put a shadow in there. So I'm just going over these trees now in the background. I want to darken them up. So I'm using Australian Dark Leaf Green, also by Art Spectrum. And by darkening those trees, it'll really make the houses stand out. I think it looks all right. So that's some olive green, a little bit of yellow ochre mixed in, not too much yellow ochre, but I'm just wanting to do this very loosely, these trees. I don't want to make a big deal out of them. Just defining a line down here with a bit of white gouache. Just so the roof line can be seen a bit more clearly. Bit of white gouache on the fence posts. A little bit on the roof. A couple of windows. Oh, it's looking all right. Put a couple of birds up in the sky, I think. You can stuff your painting up at this point just by a little bird. The bird doesn't come out right, the whole painting has to be thrown away. There, that'll do. And I'm just putting in some more scraping marks there, and I'll get some raw sienna, or burnt sienna rather, like I said, and I'll start applying that with a brush. So you can see that you can see in the steps it's fairly simple, really. I'm just putting a bit more shadow here under that roof there. See that raw sienna going on there? Just sign my name in the same colour, that raw sienna. And did you hear that kookaburra in the background? So we'll take the tape off. If you want to send an email, you can do that at the email address Jeff, Jeff, Jeff Goodwin, Goodwin, art @gmail.com. So all one word, Jeff Goodwin art @gmail.com. So there it is. I think that will do us today. Very simple rural scene. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and click that bell icon, and I'll be back with another watercolour very, very soon. Hope you're having fun trying these. You might be doing a better job than me. I don't doubt it. But keep trying, as I am, and I'll catch up with you next time. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and no matter where you are. Bye for now.